trucks go. Because we're faster than the world, we're faster than the world, we're faster than the world, we can't slow down. Faster than the world, we're faster than the world, we're faster than the world, we can't slow down.
How's it going, everybody? This is Faster Than the World podcast for NXT show January 28th. I am Jake.
This is the Amazing Fritz.
How are you doing today, Fritz?
I'm excited to talk about NXT. I'm pumped. It's a good show.
Yeah, well, let's get right into it. Blake and Murphy versus the Lucha Dragons. Bit of an upset here.
For the NXT tag titles.
Yeah, for the NXT tag
Sudden
titles.
challengers. They're on a roll. They've had one win.
Yeah. Well, there's not that many tag teams in NXT, so one win is half the time.
Attention to clean house.
Yeah. And then, so then this week is the
Murphy and Blake challenged Lucha Dragons, called them out last week.
Yeah.
And Lucha Dragons, although never on camera, because, they wear masks so they don't talk, never on camera, but they accepted the challenge, put the belts on the line. First match this week. They opened the show with that. Big deal. I like it.
Yeah, they won, and it was cool. There was a few cool spots in the match, I would say, especially with the Kalisto, the smaller Lucha Dragon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. He did the AJ Styles, the springboard crescent kick, like to the ropes, where you get thrown the ropes.
Right.
Handstand springboard into, I guess, flipping out into a kick, which I thought was pretty awesome. Nailed solidly. But new champs, Blake and Murphy. Let's see where it goes. It's kind of cool. I like traditional heels versus the Lucha Dragons, traditional faces, pretty cool.
You knew something was up when right from the start, because Murphy and Blake had an intro this week all of a sudden. And I admit, when they first stepped out, I thought, oh look, it's high voltage. But then no, quickly they overcame. They overcame the Lucha Dragons and now tag champs.
Yeah.
And then they got a promo after that. They won with the again like last week, with the mix-up, blind tag, roll-up. Yeah,
which is kind of, they don't really look too much alike. And don't the Bellas still do that?
I think they look a lot alike. But the blind tag, fine. But I think for them to be tag champs, they need to have a finisher. So,
well, what do you think about the leapfrog over the tag team partner to come in the ring, or to come on the ramp, like Blake and Murphy did for the new entrance?
I like the entrance.
The entrance. And then we went on to Finn Balor and Hideo Itami advertisement for last week's match, title tournament, what have you. And then moving on from that, we had Bayley and Charlotte in the back. What did you think of this little confrontation about last week?
Well, I like that they're giving them camera time, building up the match. That a lot of times with the top level pay-per-views, they don't build up the Divas matches very well. I think they just suddenly have them. So I like that they're at least building these. And with this promo, and with the Team Bay promo, and even with the Finn Balor promo, and even with the main event angle with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, with this friends suddenly fighting friends, it's very similar to the same angles you're getting this time of year from the big shows going into Royal Rumble. So I like being able to see that parallel of, like, they're really training these guys for the big show, because they're already having them do these, well, you got to fight your buddy now, you got to fight your tag team partner now, kind of thing. So very similar, which is kind of dull, but once I realized, that's what they're doing, it made it a lot more interesting for me as a viewer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then going back to specifically Bayley and Charlotte, I also like that the dynamic they're putting on Bayley, where she is a fan, but she's got to eventually step up and grow, and now she's stepping up to facing Charlotte and stuff, which I think is a lot more depth than they've put on a diva in years in the main roster and in the WWE, I would say. Unless they had like the title or something, I would say that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then after that, we had a Tyler Breeze promo, just your run-of-the-mill Tyler Breeze promo. He said, he lost.
I'm so surprised that the supermodel Tyler Breeze would be seen in that Ugo chair with that big damn rip on the corner of it. Like, I can't believe he'd be seen in that thrift store trash. Like, it's terrible. Yeah. But that's me watching what's on the screen and paying attention. So.
Well, moving on, we had Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd. I thought it was a great match. The ref looked exactly like Drake Younger from PWG fame. I think it might be him. I haven't seen him in the last few PWG shows.
Gotcha.
I'm calling him out, Drake. I think you got signed, And you're a ref. You're the next Nick Patrick.
He's in the referee developmental program. That's exciting. That's exciting to know there is that. This was in the number one contender tourney. Solid match. Exactly what you would expect to see from Adrian Neville and Tyson Kidd. A few really solid, crisp, high spots. Neville wins with the red arrow.
Yeah.
That he landed, by the way, unlike Seth Rollins, who couldn't land his spot this week.
It was crisp.
Yep.
And then we had the Blake and Murphy promo where they pretty much... were you gonna...
I saw Neville getting interviewed by Craig, I guess that's Craig Kelly, in the ring.
Oh, yes.
I mean, afterwards, and Neville gave a strong promo saying he was going to come back stronger than ever and prove he was the most dominant NXT champion of all time.
Yeah, I guess I must have overlooked that. But then we moving on to a Blake and Murphy promo where I like how they said Lucha Dragons defeated the Ascension and then they defeated the Lucha Dragons. So that's kind of your basic good promo there from the guys you're pushing.
A nod to the heritage, building up the belts. Yeah. And I noticed for the first time that the NXT tag team belts, they're unique, I think, in the tag team world in that they're a matched pair and not two identical belts. If you look at them, one's like the left side is painted black and the right side's painted gold and the other one's reversed, which first time I ever noticed it was that these guys holding them, but I think that makes them unique in the wrestling world.
I can't think of one that does that. That's cool. And then after that we had Charlotte and Bayley actually teaming up despite the tension and versus
Team Bay.
Yeah, Team Bay.
Best at everything. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
This is true. So this is pretty much just building the tension for the 4-way they're going to have on February 11th. I thought it was pretty solid match. Charlotte and Bayley brawl kind of to end everything. What did you think?
Normally I can't stop singing the praises of the women's division in NXT, but I thought this match was ugly. I think they all looked very awkward. Several times in the ring, it just looked confusing. I think they lost the crowd, and it's one of those things where they're all... Normally, I would say they're all still so early in their careers that nobody knew how to take over. But really, I would think that Becky Lynch, who I've been told is a veteran, would have been able to get in there and just, put somebody in the corner and chop the hell out of them or stomp them or something to get the crowd back into it, like you could see Kevin Owens doing, like in a 4-way match or a tag match. Like if they lose the crowd, just see somebody come in and just suddenly take over that match to get the crowd back into it, and nobody ever did.
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Well, what do you think about this 4-way match they're going to have? Do you think they're going to step it up there, or do you think the tag dynamic kind of messed that up?
I think they definitely can. I hope they step it up. I look forward to seeing them in the ring together again, because I think all 4 ladies are talented, and I think they can have a great match. So I hope for the big show they will.
Nice. And then after that, we had a Finn Balor promo, kind of a run-of-the-mill promo, and then Hideo Itami interrupts and says that he brought him in, he can take him out. So they're pretty much building... I thought it was
a very bold move for Hideo Itami to paraphrase Bill Cosby and say, basically, I brought you in this world and I can take you out. That's bold. That's bold, Hideo. I like it. But yeah, I guess he's the heel then.
Yeah. Moving on, we had Emma. Emma's back next week. That's kind of cool. I'm glad that.
And maybe she's not dancing, or maybe she doesn't like anybody else dancing now. Maybe.
Yeah, she seemed to be like kind of a heel, like a kind of a chip on her shoulder after coming back from the WWE roster. I'm just glad we can see her again. She's great when she was in NXT the first time.
She's talented. She's got a unique moveset. I like her.
Yep. And then moving on to the main event, we had
match-wise,
yeah, Corbin Dempsey versus Bull Dempsey versus Baron Corbin, and I was expecting a little bit, just like you said, you were expecting more from the Divas match. I was kind of expecting more from this match. It was real quick.
It was very quick. I was surprised. I noticed now they've taken Baron Corbin out of his Prince Purple Rain vest and put him in an all-black vest.
Yeah, but
it's got his Spirit Wolf on the back, so I guess that's his good luck charm. I expected a lot more out of it. Corbin won quickly and hit the end of the days clean again, middle of the ring on Dempsey, and gets the pin.
And that would make Hideo fight Corbin next week, and that makes me think that you got to protect both these guys. You're still trying to push this Bull Dempsey feud. Why would you? I'm thinking Bull Dempsey runs in and interferes in this in the match next week against Hideo Itami and Baron Corbin. What do you think about that?
I think Corbin's going against Neville. I think those 2 guys did promos.
Yeah, but when they show the brackets at the end,
yeah, could be.
Yeah, that was confusing too because the Finn Balor, and Hideo Itami feud would not happen until
I'm reading the brackets differently than what they're telling me they are. So I'm confused if they're booking what they're telling me or if they're showing what they're booking. So
I guess they're just trying to set up just tension with all four guys.
Either way, there should be 2 exciting matches next week.
Yeah, for sure. Finn Balor. Well, I have according to the brackets, they showed at the end that Albert helped Tenzai helped run down
Jason Albert.
Yeah, Jason Albert. Okay, yeah. Finn Balor versus Neville, which is probably going to be a great match. I'm pretty sure they wrestled previously in organizations in Japan, or maybe, they're both from the UK. So that match is probably going to be a great match, depending if.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then moving on to the segment main event, which would be the contract signing between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. If you look at the crowd, there's more Kevin Owens shirts than any other.
There was a lot of Kevin Owens shirts in the crowd this week. Suddenly, I guess they put them on sale for the first time.
Yeah, that might be. I didn't think about that.
By the way, shame on those people for wearing those shirts. Because if you go to a concert, you don't wear the shirt at the concert. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Shame on all those people.
Well, what can you do? They had them all.
You've already got tickets to the show. We know you're into it. Don't mark out that much.
Well, the whole thing was Sami Zayn eagerly signed it, and then Regal was trying to get Kevin Owens to sign it. He wasn't moving, so then Sami Zayn was kind of calling him out, like, "What are you a coward or something?" And he said, "No, despite what you think, Sami Zayn, this is not personal. This is business. I'm trying to win the title. The whole incentive is to win the title." So then what I kind of picked up on was Sami Zayn, it was personal at that point to him because he'd already been attacked by his best friend for 12 years. So he doesn't care. He just wants to get his hands on Owens. So they Kevin Owens manipulated the situation to make it a world title match for February the 11th. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. What do you think?
I wasn't into it. The whole angle of, well, if it's not a title match, I'm not going to wrestle, so I'm just going to sit here and pout. I didn't care for it. I thought that was garbage. And if that was the angle they were going to play, I think Owens could have played it angry and walked out of the ring, and then next week, done something to Zayn to build it up, something to give him a reason to make it personal, other than we were friends and I attacked you. Well, we're wrestlers, so that's going to happen sometimes. If that's the angle they were going for, it didn't. I'm not buying it. But still, looking forward to the match regardless. Belt, not for the belt. Street fight, whatever. However they do it, I'm for it.
Yeah, this is February 11th. Should be a great show. I'm excited, and I think that's wrapping it up faster than the world.
One more thing, I was very excited at the announcers this week. Jason Albert and Alex Riley and. I guess that was, I don't know, maybe it was Dr. Tom Pritchard? No. Or Jim Cornette, for all I know. They mentioned Norman Smiley this week, so high five to whoever that was. Norman Smiley.
I think his...
the Big Wiggle, Black Magic. They said he's one of the head trainers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So, I will always pop for Black Magic.
Former WCW Hardcore Champion, Norman Smiley.
Correct, the Big Wiggle.
All right, I think that'll be it for Faster Than the World this week. I am Jake. Did you not want to... I think... Fritz had some words to say toward the end of this podcast.
Well, Jake, this is kind of difficult for me to talk about because you've known me for your whole life. Yeah. So you've always known this about me, and people that know me know this about me. But I don't think any of our listeners of the podcast here understand. This is something that's obvious if you know me, but you may not understand this about me. But it's important. It's part of my identity, so I want to talk about it.
Okay.
No one can see this, but I'm a luchador. I wear a mask at all times. So if you see anywhere in the world someone's showing pictures of someone named Fritz, that's a lie. That's not me. That's some imposter. I wear a mask 24/7. I keep it 100, lucha style, for life.
All right. Well, I'm glad you can air it out, be open on the podcast.
Thank you for giving me the time to talk about this. So anybody out there listening to this, if you're ever thinking about this, it's not just two nerdy, dorky hipster white guys sitting in some room somewhere. It's actually just one dorky hipster white guy that needs a bath and luchador. So keep it straight.
Well, I would also like to just say this would more of a reach out thing for all you other luchadors out there. Just maybe
don't be ashamed of this. Don't keep yourself closeted if you're a luchador. Is what I'm saying. Be proud, out and proud. Luchadors. It's 2015, people.
In fact, I'd be willing to have a forum on my Twitter account. Just come open, add me on Twitter, talk about maybe the trials and tribulations of being a luchador in the day-to-day life, not just in a squared circle. And
whether you hail from parts unknown, Mexico City, even if you're one of the legion of Russian assassins from Moscow, Russia, come feel welcome. I understand your struggle. You've got a home with us.
And with that said, I think that'll be it for Faster in the World this week. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks.